Hey guys, I'm in the middle of building my 10-inch sub, and uh, right now, last night, I came over to my friend's house, and I ended up staying the night, and I was trying to build my 10-inch subwoofer, and the design I had for it, I didn't have enough power to power it, so he's gonna, well, he gave me one of his subs that were broken. Well, he didn't give it to me, he gave me like pieces of it. Right now, I have this, which is the basket and magnet for the sub, and that's what I'm going to use for the magnet, and also to fit the motor because it's really big. One sec, I'm going to turn down the music. And the music that's playing right now, I'm playing over my friend's stereo. It's Swimming Pool by Kendrick Lamar, and I decafed it. All I did was just basically made it where it has a lot more bass. It's set at 35 hertz, and I use that using a program, but on one of my other videos I'll tell you all about it. But right now I'm in the middle of my build for the 10-inch sub, and I have almost everything done. The shaft that I'm going to use for the sub, since it has a huge motor and it also has a huge magnet, I'm using a soda can. It's Diet Orange soda, and this part right here is the spider off of one of his old subs. I trimmed it down, and then I taped it on top of the can. I cut the top off the can, and then the way it fits is, let's see, as it goes on the motor, and then it goes up and down on it. But the way I'm going to get that to stay is, since it has a spider, I got this metal frame that I've been showing y'all. It's the lampshade frame, and what I do is I stick it right there on the sub, and then I got little support bars for the spider once it gets in there. That way the spider stays in place. And then I put my coil down in there, the shaft, and the spider sits perfectly in there, and it allows for good flex. So that'll be my spider. And then this right here, it's Sundown Audio subwoofer diaphragm, and it also has the surround on it. And that coil that's on the end of it was the original coil for my 10-inch sub that I'm making. Then I use a CD plate, well, a CD at the bottom of it, so that I could take off any shaft and reinstall it. So I can just, if I need to, just take off shafts, put on different ones without having to mess up the diaphragm. So I use that, and then it sits down in there like that. And then once I get the shaft attached to the diaphragm itself, it sits right there. Got to find a way to get the surround to hold onto this metal frame. Probably going to use tape or something. But here's the spider right here, and then here's my diaphragm surround, my metal frame, and then the shaft runs down in there down onto the motor. And I haven't got the coil for the motor yet. I haven't got there yet, but the metal frame's going to be screwed down in place, and then spider's going to be probably taped down so that it stays there. And then going to hot glue the diaphragm to the shaft that I made, and then get this glued down. And whenever it goes, if it were mounted down right now, I'd probably be able to flex it, but it has a 4-inch excursion because for the 10-inch sub, and this comes with it right here. This is where you put all your it comes loose. It's not screwed down right now, but you run your wires onto this little thing right here, and then you solder them up here, and then it has little clips so that you can push it up and pinch it, and it opens up a little hole where you can put in your stereo wire to run off of it. And then that'll be it whenever it's done. And probably gonna have to use a car audio amplifier for it because of how big it is, and hopefully it works out. And also I'm gonna be doing some decaf music, and I got this program to basically edit it and turn it into decaf so I can set it at different hertz, and I'm gonna put a video on for that. And I'm also going to show you how I did Swimming Pool by Kendrick Lamar. I turned it to 35 hertz for the sub, that way it has really good bass. And I also made it for my friend Logan. I'm at his house right now. He had to go to work, but I'm staying here for a little while, and I set it at 35 hertz because his car system that he has for his subs, they're set at 35 to 37 hertz. So I went ahead and decafed Swimming Pool for him because that's what he wanted, and set it at 35. And I'll have a video up on how to do that, and then I'll get back to you with my sub that I'm making. And also I figured out how, well, me and Logan did, we figured out how to run a headphone jack like off of an MP3 player and run it into component cables right there. We ran it into this, and we have it running into a headphone jack so that you can use that for an auxiliary. And I'm also going to use that for another friend's stereo, and that's how the speakers are going to be hooked up. But I'll get back to y'all later. Comment, like, subscribe, and see you here pretty soon.